Hello friends, I am back today with another Amazon Most Loved video. We're focusing a little bit on home, specifically kitchen, some bathroom items, a couple cleaning things that I'll talk about at the very end. But I wanted to do this video because you guys said you loved my 40 Amazon unique finds or whatever that I posted the other day, and that made me really happy that you guys love to see the big Amazon hauls still. So I think we have like 15 to 20 items here. Everything that I am talking about is going to be linked in the description bar and the pinned comment below. Make sure you click the subscribe button if you like Amazon videos, and we will go ahead and get started with the one thing that I have actually found of all the solutions that I have tried. This is my favorite, and this is a water bottle holder. Now, the 40-ounce Stanleys, even the 40-ounce Simple Modern cups, they're obnoxiously large. I do get it. But if you have followed me for any period of time, you know I have had a water bottle obsession long before Stanleys really became a thing. And I will have a water bottle obsession long after. I just hoard them. I don't know why, but I also like to change mine out. People say, oh, you can only drink out of one at a time. And it's like, yeah, but you need to wash that daily, and that's just a lot. So a lot of times I'll just dump mine out at the end of the day, stick it in the dishwasher, and grab another one. Please make sure you're still cleaning your bottles and the lids specifically on a very regular basis. So that's why I have a decent amount, and I have found that this acrylic organizer is the best for as big and bulky as the 40-ounce bottles are. Now, you can use it for other sizes, and I think that this one particular option even had an organizer that was a little bit taller rather than wider. It had some that would hold like 4 water bottles, and then some that would hold 8 or 6. There are a variety of different sizes, but I can't quite remember the numbers. But I will say I really like this one. We keep it in our pantry, and it does the job. Item number 2 is actually this lid organizer. Personally, I like my lids to be separate from my cups, just simply because of my toddler. He finds lids and thinks that they're like fun little toys, but for some reason he leaves the water bottles alone. So like I was missing a lot of lids and had a lot of water bottles. So now I do keep the lids up higher, and this is just a really nice way to organize them and kind of keep them contained. Some may not see this as the most effective way to organize lids, but if you have a toddler like I do who can unscrew lids, this is very efficient. It really is a must-have in my house. Number 3 is actually 3 different sizes of plates. I will put them in the description bar and the comment section what sizes I have. But I told you guys I was gonna keep you updated. Now that we've lived in this home for 6, actually we're approaching 7 months, I have to say these plates are so nice. They look so fancy. The big round one is massive. It is one of the biggest plates ever, but I feel like it just looks really nice whenever you're eating off of it. I would not say we use the medium-sized plates as much as I thought we were going to. Oftentimes those are like breakfast for me, but the small plates we actually use a lot more than I thought we would for desserts, muffins. Sometimes I'll just want a single egg, and like I can use that little tiny plate for that. So whatever size you do end up getting in these plates, I really do like them. I've only dropped one and it did not break. That's not to say that it wouldn't, but I would say I was pretty impressed with the quality of it. They look really nice, heavy duty, and they are dishwasher safe. So big bonus there. You would think that most things that are plates would be dishwasher safe, but they are not always. I know there are a couple solutions that you can do. Some people will say they even just pull their knobs right off so that their toddler can't get a hold of the knobs on their gas stove. Personally, I don't want to pull the knobs off because then I have to keep up with those. I just find that these little covers are the best. They do have an option. It comes in with like a little sticky, almost, it might just be like a 3M adhesive that you can put on the back of it so that the knob itself, like the knob cover, will stick to your gas stove. However, I don't like those because I want to be able to pull them off without having any sticky residue left on my stove and wash them. They do get dirty just like your knobs do. So I've loved having these because my little toddler cannot figure them out. We don't let him play with the stove. We always stop him as soon as we see it, but he cannot figure out how to get these things open. And that's been nice because he can't mess with the gas stove knobs. So baby proofing, not for everybody, but very convenient. Number 5, someone please tell me why I'm 29 years old and just now really loving crock pot liners. My mother has used crock pot liners for years. My friends have used crock pot liners for years, and I just was never like, I don't know, I just wasn't into it. And then I started using them and I was like, oh wait, you mean these literally can just make my job cleaning even easier? Like a crock pot is so awesome because you just throw everything in and then you walk away and like 6 to 8 hours later, your food is perfect. Yeah, the crock pot liner, you just pick it up and throw it in the trash after you've gotten everything out of there. It is the most convenient thing ever. I have, when stirring one time, nicked a little hole in the bottom of it. It was when I was making a roast, and some of it did get in the bottom of the crock pot, so I did, of course, have to clean it, but I've never had it like break on its own. And I have cooked roast, chili, dips, a variety of things in my crock pot. These are the best. Just trust me, if you use a crock pot for convenience, you're gonna wanna use these for convenience as well. Number 6 are these tush wipes. I was very much so influenced by TikTok to buy these. I see people put them in their car and I used them one time and now I have them everywhere, in my car, in my bathroom. Now there is a big, honestly, I would just say, people don't agree. Some people say it says that it's biodegradable. It says that it is septic tank safe. So I'm going to keep flushing them. Some people say it doesn't matter what it says. They're not safe for your septic tank and you should not flush them. I'm gonna leave that up to you to look into and decide on your own. It's up to each and every person. But I will say that these are flushable Wipe That Tush wipes. It's just a single-use packet. They come in a 30 pack. I keep them again in my car, in my bathrooms. Some people say they use them and then toss them in the trash. Some people say they use them and flush them. It's up to you, but these are very convenient. And I get why everybody on TikTok talks about them. Kind of weird to talk about it here, but I get it. Next is this slicer with a handle. I believe this is number 7. And I have to say, the longer that I have this, the more I like it because I just feel like you can get a good grip on this. I actually find myself using this more than knives and even a pizza cutter. Like I will use this more than the pizza cutter on pizza. I like that it almost looks like, I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Looks like it has a little ruler on the bottom. I think you can see it there. So if you're measuring out certain sizes of things, this makes it a little bit easier, but you could just get a good grip on this. And also, I mean, it's not like, it's sharp, but like I'm doing this and it's not gonna like cut me up or anything. So you gotta get a good grip. I love, love, love this thing for so many things in my kitchen. It's Amazon Basics, I think, brand. Pretty affordable, super convenient. The next product is this egg container. Now we have seen a variety of egg containers on TikTok, I am sure. I personally like the acrylic egg containers because I think it's convenient to see how many eggs are in there. I know that might be super random to some, but I just feel like for a very long time, we didn't know we were out of eggs until we were out of eggs. And so being able to see how many you have left is nice, but we go through eggs like it is nobody's business here because my son eats 2 eggs a day and I usually eat 2 eggs a day. So this is a 36 egg holder. It is 2-tier. And when you pull the eggs out of the top, more roll forward. So it is very convenient because you're not gonna have to be moving them up or pulling the whole thing out of the fridge to get your eggs out. You literally just open the door, grab your eggs, and then you're good to go. This Fit Index scale I have mentioned to you guys before, and I'll mention it here again because we thought we lost our old one. We didn't know what happened to it. And we had unpacked like every single box in this house when we moved, couldn't find our scale, ordered a new one, and like 4 days later found it in a random box it should not have been in that was not yet unpacked in the garage. So now we have 2, and when I tell you we love them, I mean we love them. Now you can each create a profile. There is an app that goes along with the scale, so you don't need to, but my husband and I each have one now. Again, you can create separate profiles. It can usually tell based off of the weight difference if this person versus this person is on the scale. But this comes with an app and I really like that scale because it gives you so much more than just the number of the scale, which is so important, but it also has a place for your measurements. So personally right now, my measurements are probably about the same as they were in 2021 pre-Ezra. However, I weighed more in 2021 before I got pregnant with Ezra, and I looked much thinner because I was in very, very good shape. Muscle weighs more than fat, which is why like the number on the scale is just not the most important thing. But I do find that I do still like to keep track of my weight, and that gives me a lot more insight into my weight itself rather than just a flat number. And again, there's a little spot, you click it over at the top on the right of the app, and you can put in all of your measurements as they change. So that's a very convenient scale, and we now have 2. This black silverware I mentioned to you guys before moving, and I told you I would keep you updated on the quality. So that is what this is. We have lived here for 6, almost 7 months, and we are time and time again impressed with this silverware. It has not chipped, has not broken, has not bent. The quality of them are really good. Some of our old forks, like some of the prongs, would bend, depending on just the most simple things that you would use it for. So we've been very impressed with this silverware, and I will say I've seen some people say, oh, it shows water spots. So it does, but that's true for any silverware unless you use a rinse agent. Rinse agents I did talk about in a different video. I will link my favorite below. You put it into your dishwasher. I literally had no idea it was a thing until we moved, but it will take all of the water spots off of your silverware, your glasses, all of that. If you have water spots, use a rinse agent and it will go away entirely. So ours don't have any water spots on them, plus the quality is great too. This Tenco vacuum, I believe I mentioned in another video, I can't remember, but I get a lot of questions about it, so I wanted to re-mention it here and also kind of share little review. So I love the Tenco vacuum. It literally took the time that it used to take me to vacuum and mop our house and cut it in half. And I'm not having to lug either a mop or a mop bucket with a separate mop or plug in a mop all over the house. It's so convenient, super quick. It is cordless. I will say I've got a couple questions though, is what I think of the water tank. It does appear very small. I personally don't find it to be that small. I can do our entire house on one water tank unless there are a significant amount of spots on the floor where the power of it needs to turn up to kind of make sure it's really scrubbing hardcore to get something sticky off the floor. Then I might need just a little bit more water, but I can mop and vacuum our entire house in one mop setting. 2, I do find that it is very powerful, but I will say that there are times you have to kind of sit it over the little spot and let it really make sure it's rubbing up that, sticky spot on the floor, which I keep referring to because Ezra just gets sticky everywhere. 3, I do not think that it is super loud. I absolutely have used this so many times after my kids have gone to bed. I don't go right outside their doors, but I would say this is not by any stretch of the imagination loud or heavy. The biggest one I got is, will this work on carpets? The answer is no, it is not meant for carpets. It is specifically for hardwood floors, but I am not kidding you when I say this is just the most convenient thing. However, you have to clean it regularly, and some people were a little peeved about that, but you don't want it to smell. And when it smells, it smells. I waited way too long to do the first cleaning cycle, and it just was not a good time, and it took me so much longer to get the smell out of all of the pieces and parts of it than it would have if I would have just done the cleaning cycle from the very first time that I used it. But also, even with the fact that I would mop and vacuum the entire house and then go do the cleaning cycle, I am probably still saving about 30 to 40 minutes in total doing that because I'm not having to do those two things separate. So the fact that it's just this one-stop shop is very convenient. I hope that answered y'all's questions. Yeah, I just got a variety of the same questions, so I wanted to make sure that we shared. Yes, there are definitely some things about it that you'll get used to. Cleaning it is not a problem for me because I'm still saving time having it do this all-in-one vacuum mop situation. The next option is this black tower that we have for Ezra. If you do not have a tower for your little one, I know this maybe isn't the most convenient thing because it is kind of big and bulky, but get your toddler involved, you guys. Ezra loves to help cook. He loves to help clean. He used to stand in this whenever we were giving Roman baths in the sink because he was such a little baby that we just didn't want to put him in the tub yet with Ezra. And so Ezra would stand up there and help us give him baths. He absolutely loves this tower. Last night we were having our Super Bowl party, so we had some people over and people were just kind of standing around eating. We weren't really sitting down at a full formal dinner. And so Ezra ended up pulling his little tower over and he came and stood with the rest of us. He just loves it. So it's a decent quality one, and it does have a bar in the back so that they can't just topple backwards. We have not had any issues with this toppling forward, sideways, anything like that for Ezra to fall out of it. That's not to say it wouldn't, but we have not personally had any issues We really love this. It took Sam like 5 minutes to put together. It's just so cute and it makes Ezra so happy. And then I do have a couple cleaning products for you. So first and foremost, the quartz cleaner. I am sharing this and linking it below for you guys because for me personally, cannot find this thing in store anywhere. I find that like our local small town grocery store, they must get like 2 or 3 bottles of this and that's it. Because every single time I go to the grocery store, they have a spot for it, but they never have it. Not even like Walmart, Target. I just struggle so much to find this one. And maybe it's because quartz is so popular now, but this is the best cleaner that I have found for our quartz because 1, it doesn't have a heavy scent. 2, it doesn't make your quartz like super shiny in a bad way, and it also doesn't make it slick. But 3, it actually cleans your quartz really well. So this is just one, the longer I have had it, the more I've liked it. Let's see, we've lived in this home for almost 7 months. I think I'm on my 2nd bottle, and I think I actually had to go to my 2nd bottle a little early because I ended up breaking the handle on the first one. So product is gonna last you a long time because I use this every single day, but whether you have quartz or granite, this is, at least from my mom even, she's the one who told me about it, one of the best cleaners, and I totally agree. And then the next 2, I'm actually gonna put them under the same number, but this is stainless steel and a furniture polish cleaner. This brand is absolutely superior. This stainless steel cleaner is one of the only stainless steel cleaners that I've ever found that does not streak, that doesn't leave like a film. It actually cleans, it removes any stickiness, it makes everything shiny. I just did not like all stainless steel cleaners. I was just struggling, like they were either super wet or they left streaks. This one I will say, a tiny, tiny bit, put it on your stainless steel appliance. And for me, it's the 3rd time. So I'll wipe it once and that is really what gets the product spread around. I'll wipe it a 2nd time. That removes majority of the product and actually will like clean off any, fingerprints, sticky from a little toddler. And then the 3rd time I wipe it, like that's what actually wipes off the rest of the residue. So it is kind of like, you have to really kind of wax on, wax off with that stainless steel cleaner. But I will say that hands down, like it's one of the best I've ever used and it makes all of my stainless steel appliances shine. Like it doesn't just clean them, it makes them shine. And then the furniture polish is the same way. There's a couple things in this house that I just want to use furniture polish on. I'm a big girl. I bought big girl furniture. I want to make sure I'm cleaning things with the appropriate products. And I love this furniture polish because a little bit, and I'm talking like this much, will go so long and it smells really good. I believe it's made of essential oils. So you do not need a lot of this product. And again, you will kind of find yourself really having to put some elbow grease into it and wipe it around, especially if you use too much, but it cleans, it shines, it smells nice. It is such a good clean product. Cleaning product. Clean product. I would not say it's necessarily clean, so we're gonna go with cleaning product. And that is it for today's video. I love Amazon videos, I love home videos, and I know you guys do too. So if you like this one, give it a thumbs up and also click the subscribe button below. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.